Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading, guys. Of course, hanging out with the sleepy little beaver in a basket, mega good vibes, and we are on to share some messages from the masculines. Let's see where the masculines are at. Universe, you can see who is watching for the readings. All I ask is that you please provide clarity on their journey for whoever this reading finds. What is up with the masculine collective? For those of you tuning in, what do you need to know about your masculine? Okay, so we have nurture and compassion. We have alchemy and ancestor guides. I feel like both of you are really being protected by your ancestors, or like I'm telling you guys, I'm really sensing a powerful shift in terms of like we're not being like pressed down anymore. I'm hearing the words repressed. I feel like a lot of your masculines are going through the dark night of the soul, and a lot of it has to do with like facing themselves, how it is they're showing up, whether or not they're being authentic to who it is they are, because I do see a lot of masculines struggling with showing up. Okay, so if they're not being authentic, then chances are there's a lot of other areas of their life that's being affected. Their pentacles will be affected if they're not showing up authentically, because many of them may be stuck in jobs that seem very dead end, or it's not where they want to be. Like if it's a masculine who's on the twin flame journey, most likely they're going to be drawn to like wanting to make like a big impact in the world in some way. Okay, so a lot of your masculines have, like whether they admit it or not, and whether what it is they're currently doing reflects that or not, they all have like divine feminine energy within them as well. And until they find that balance, or I feel like many of them are struggling to find that balance, or maybe having more like nurturing energy or compassion with themselves, I feel like a lot of them are meant to do creative work, creative projects, getting things lifted off the ground where it's like they build and like they share it and they use those resources to make an impact in the world somehow. I feel like that's where a lot of your masculines are at. They could be also like missing the feminine energy in their life. So this could be you if you're the divine feminine watching. I feel like many of your masculines have been feeling the lack of your presence, the lack of your nurturing, because when you're around them, they feel this creative energy. They feel like, man, like, why do I feel so good? Like when I'm bouncing off the bed in the morning, all of a sudden they want to start trying new things or taking risks, or they really do start questioning like what I'm doing for work. Is this really right for me? So I do feel like a lot of your masculines are missing the lack of the feminine's like presence. Maybe you guys are at a distance. There's been a lot of crazy karmic interference, but I do see with alchemy and ancestor guides that many of you are protected on the journey. So you will go through these crazy shifts where you'll have the dark night of the soul, or you will feel held back, or like something is preventing you from moving up or blossoming. I feel like when you guys end up hitting those kinds of tower moments on the journey, that's where your guides will step in. So not to worry or try not to get too bogged down on things not going right. And I feel like I'm talking directly to the masculines here, because they're in a place of really like taking a good look at themselves. Things they once found were important, they now see it as very superficial. Like, is this really me, is what I keep hearing. Now, there is also this feeling of being drawn towards you, divine feminine, very sensually. It usually starts as sensual energy, or sexual energy. So many of you might feel that coming back from your masculines. But what I'm getting is like, it's not in like this, like, oh yeah, I want you, baby. Like, let's like do it. It is more like a yearning for you to get their creative spark back. And I feel like that often happens when you two are very playful with one another, when you're very flirtatious with one another. You give this masculine like a pep in their step kind of thing, okay? Like, why are they longing for you? What do they need from the feminine energy at this time for balance? Okay, so self-care. Okay, so there's something about you that maybe reminds them, like if you guys talk or message each other regularly, you might remind them a lot to like take care of themselves. It's very like nurturing in a way that like a mother would remind you to like make sure you eat your vegetables type of thing. That's what I feel like they miss about you. Like they miss those gentle reminders to take care of themselves. Another thing that you may not realize, divine feminine, is you're the only one who actually takes that extra step to make your masculine feel very nurtured, and you hold a lot of compassion for them. them. That's what I'm saying. Like, they miss their feminine counterpart. They miss that feminine energy in their life that helps them connect to their own feminine energy. Because I feel like your masculines are burnt out right now. Like, they're in this constant cycle of consuming and spending, and maybe like their money is out of whack, and like, I'm getting this energy of like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life right now. And they don't like that feeling because, like, you as their feminine counterpart here, you've maybe released, surrendered, you've purged a lot. You may be on your own, doing your own thing. I feel like a lot of you are finding fulfillment in being alone with your own company. So therefore, you guys aren't spending money, like, you know, what's the word? Like, frivolously, if I'm saying that right. Your masculines have seen you purge all of these 3D things. Like, many of you are very detached from the physical world. Many of you are not on social media. You're not feeding into any of this like consumer energy, like really needing just to be out there and having the latest thing and competing in the world out there when it comes to like your looks and your status. And I feel like many of you have really bunkered down who are in the feminine energy, and that is what's needed, like, to really preserve the planet right now. You are a constant reminder as well for your masculine to get out in nature and to be in nature, because a lot of the staticky energy I feel, the fogginess, when your masculine gets the guidance from their ancestors, hey, like, you know, go outside in nature, take a trip on your own out to the mountains, take a trip and go near the beach. They're calling them to recharge, but they're oftentimes calling them to recharge in spaces that keep reminding them of their divine feminine. Okay, so I see a lot of your masculines, every time they go near water, they can't help but think about you. They can't help but be drawn to you because it's such a feminine energy. Okay, so a lot of them could be just missing that about you. Emotional healing. Like, when I think of water, I think of the cups, the suit of cups. I think about emotional. I feel like a lot of your masculines are missing the emotional stability that you end up creating every time you come around. So many of them could be preparing to reach out to you again, but they're reaching out from like this place of humility. Okay, this is not about playing games. This is about reaching out to you because I need you, and there's no longer any ego or pride in the way that says I'm going to stop myself from communicating with you. Okay, it's very like strong, beautiful energy here coming from the masculines. Okay, it's like they're taking charge or taking back control of their life in some way because they can't do without this light. Okay, this flame here, this you are their flame is basically what I'm saying. Like, I feel like someone who's very thirsty right now, almost dehydrated, and they're willing to just drop all of like the facade, all of the games, like all of the pretending, and just come and move towards you. You're also, as the feminine energy, giving off a very like healthy energy, very pure. You know how to stand up for yourself. You also know how to move courageously through the dark night of the soul. And on here we have courage, we have action, we have the energy of Jupiter and beginnings as well. So I feel like a lot of your masculines they're realigning themselves back on the path, like whether they believe in twin flames or not. Like, many of them are feeling this calling, probably because they need a lot of nurturing or compassion. Like, what they're doing right now is just, it's not feeling good, it's not feeling right. They need their courage back to start pursuing bigger things in this world. I feel like a lot of your masculines have really been bogged down by karmic energy, so much to the point where it's like their flame is like very dim, and they are waiting to like burst out. They want to be seen. They want success. They want peace of mind. And this could be why they're just calling out for you. Pay attention to your dreams right now, because I feel like a way of your masculine surrendering, and we do have the card with the word surrender here. Your masculines will start showing you things about the karmic things that they've been through and why they haven't been able to make positive movements towards you. I feel like pay attention to your dreams, because for those of you who this is your reading, your masculine is ready to surrender, purge. They're missing feminine energy in their life because it's killing their creative spark. Because, you know, they're meant for more here. Your masculines are meant to be heard by the masses. They're meant to reach the masses in some way with their structure, their creativity, by building something. And when they miss their feminine, like, they start missing that energy of like feeling like a king, feeling like on top of the world, feeling really aligned in their masculine energy, because it's their feminine who provides that safe space. Okay, how are your masculines feeling in their heart space for you? Like, what are they missing on top of the nurturing and compassion? What do they need to let you know that they're really yearning for at this time? Okay, I'll take those 3 that fell. What are they missing? What are they missing? We have reconciliation. I knew this was going to come out because it kept landing on the top of the deck here, but that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of you are going to get communication, or your masculine's reaching out from like this very humble place. It's like, I need you. I'm done with the games. Like, at this point, it's not even about the back and forth, the ghosting. Like, I really do need you to help me light that spark back into my life. Like, I am drained. I am tired. I feel like I can't go on. And this is where many of you are going to end up having that compassion for your masculines when they come back to reconcile, because the energy behind the reconciliation is going to be very pure. We have healing family issues, and that's why it's going to be very pure, because I'm telling you guys, they're tired. Like, they have seen enough, I feel, with this dark night of the soul energy. It's been lingering around the masculine collective for quite some time. But what I feel is kind of pulling them through it is your resilience, Divine Feminine. Many of you are, like, I feel like you have no idea how strong your masculine thinks you are. Okay? Like, you have no idea how strong they think that you are. Like, I'm feeling this very big, expansive, beautiful energy. Like, you really are beautiful doing it as well. Like, you have so much faith and courage in yourself and in your life, and you have so much faith and protection and prayer that it's like you're so untouchable. Like, they see this very goddess energy, and that is what is making them humble. That is why they're going to want to reconcile at this time, okay? And we have you deserve love as well. I feel like this is for the masculines. Like, when they come and they like reconcile with you, I really do feel like a beautiful union of nurturing and compassion that's going to be coming up for you both. And I feel like you both deserve it. Divine Feminine, you're going to be very deserving of this masculine's affections, and also like a lot of the truth that they're going to express to you. You're going to be very deserving of it, because for one thing, I feel like it's really going to give you a big sigh of relief that you haven't been making up this twin flame stuff. You know, it's like you haven't been making up like these spiritual gifts, like the telepathy that you've been feeling with them. Like, sometimes your energy is like really, really off because you can feel your masculine going through shit, you know? So I feel like this is for the Divine Feminines who have stood up and said, okay, you know what? Fine. I see and I feel that you need spiritual protection right now. I'm going to step in. I'm going to humble myself. As much as I resent you in this moment for these human lessons that you're teaching me, I'm going to step up to the plate and I'm going to send out protection, nurture, and compassion for you. So I feel like it's going to be a really beautiful moment where it's like you two are deserving of this expansive, explosive, you know, roller coaster of a ride love that you've been going through. Like, as tumultuous as the twin flame journey can be sometimes, I do feel like for many of you who have been through the ringer, masculine and feminine included, you guys are gearing up to have like a very beautiful reunion filled with a lot of honesty, a lot of truth, and also most importantly, like validation and confirmation that you're definitely doing this whole twin flame journey thing. As much as the word twin flames may trigger you guys, don't forget where you guys came from, okay? Don't forget when you were in that moment where you didn't know shit about twin flames. All you knew was that you had this crazy connection to this person and no one around you understood shit. Everybody made you feel like you were crazy or delusional, and it wasn't until you found those twin flame readings, those twin flame videos, other people experiencing the same thing, that you found solace, you found compassion, you found peace. Okay, so do not let the outside influences skew like your mission. You guys are really deep in this. It's you've been doing this too damn long now to be confused, right? To be going crazy in the comments and shit, right? This is about healing. Okay, it is about recognizing that yes, you know, we came here with a charge, with another counterpart here, and we've been distorted along the way to kind of bicker back and forth and really mimic exactly what relationships are here on Earth. And many of us are really starting to step away from that and realize that the way to help heal a lot of these family issues that we're going through, a lot of these, you know, unrequited love, dysfunctional relationships, is to continue to heal ourselves, to honor ourselves, to be the best versions that we can be, so that when we finally do have union with somebody else, that it's effortless. Right? We have to do the work on ourselves, and that's when union can't help but manifest. Many of you have been doing the work on yourselves, including this divine masculine, and a huge portion of it is humbling themselves. Okay, guys? Sorry to sound so passionate in this reading, but I really do feel like like I'm getting my chi back. Like I really do feel like I have been kicking ass when it comes to spiritual attacks. Like, please come for me. I dare you. You know, it's like you have no idea who is on my team. Like, you want to play? Let us play. Let us play. Ring around the rosy. Let's go. All right. I love you guys. Take it easy, and I will catch you in the next reading. Okay. Bye, guys.